Hello, welcome back to Project Rejectus. Today, we will talk about how life adapts to the vast, growing plains on the 3 continents. We go from top to bottom with the continents, starting with sepsis and ending with glanum, picking up from the last episode, the Cerebiact. As a kind of bush being the current biggest plant, they also give opportunity, as they provide a lot of cover and food for the spreading bracens. The bracens, as they spread, took advantage of the abundant plants that had grown across sepsis, with many quickly becoming the first megafauna, traveling the vast plains of sepsis, the biggest of which was called the Phrygia. Their shells became lighter to not burden themselves with so much weight, along with their heads being closer to the ground. They spent many hours just peacefully grazing the Cerebi plains. The other megafauna species were the Testrum. With much longer legs, they got to plants much faster, focusing more on speed. Their shells had become very reduced to improve their mobility. But with all these new herbivores, the plains were getting eaten faster than they could grow, which prompted something new, a predator. The Bractro had also reduced their shells for speed, but kept the front and side parts for taking hits from their prey. Since they had no lower jaw, they instead developed a knife-like arm. They would ram into prey along with a spotted camouflage to blend in with the plants before around them. Some of these predators weren't as successful hunting the big game down, instead going for bracens or even carcasses to survive. The Partellum acted as small scavengers, usually eating leftovers if they couldn't eat the occasional brazen that passed by. That is it for now for sepsis. We will now move on to Crescentia and see how they fare against the plains. The Ungura had gained a new problem since the last episode. Their distant cousins, the Flustrum, had left their rivers hunting any Ungura they could find. The predator that came from this was the Tabilis, a more land-based version of their ancestors with a smaller beak for hunting land animals. They were very quick, gracefully hunting with their 2 legs, defending themselves with their tails against other Tabilis. The Ungura reacted in 2 ways. First was the Magsio, a large animal that used its bulk and shell as their primary defense, being deceptively fast. They could also just charge whatever they considered a threat. The second way they reacted was the Tesporis. Instead of fighting back these skittish grazers with their small shells, acted like rabbits, reproducing very quickly and running to survive with a new striped camouflage. The new predators didn't just affect the Unguras. Smaller Flustrums instead specialized for eating Veremas. The Misdentis crawled on the ground looking for smaller prey with their pointed mouths. At this size, their club tails weren't as useful, making them shrink in size compared to their cousins. This, however, caused a reaction. To escape these new predators came the Selemes, a small skinny omnivore that has a ridiculously high vertical jump. They used to escape predators and help them quickly move to new heights and food sources. And finally, it's time we see how life on Glanum has adapted to their vast snowy plains. The Vernix, having like the others followed a similar trend, with the first megafauna appearing soon after the plains spread throughout their continent. The Vosalus, being true titans, spent their lives going through the plains looking for any sign of plants. They were super slow compared to most herbivores, so for protection against predators they gained armadillo-like armor on their backs along with tusks they used for both digging up plants and for defense. A close realities of the Vosalus than Exullus instead went farther into using their tusks for digging, making complex burrows that even helped to maintain heat, acting like a natural air conditioner. Along with this, they had stalk eyes to have the best eyesight, making it near impossible for predators to sneak up on them. But now let's finally get into the predators descended from. The nasculum first up is the fodvum. They are omnivores, eating both small creatures and also plants occasionally. They make burrows usually in very cold temperatures or when mating season comes and they need a safe place to mate and also for their future babies. The second descendant of nasculum was the walrus being. Much bigger than their ancestors, they evolved bigger feet. To stop them from sinking into the snow, they had the best sense of smell and stamina, being able to track their prey 4 days on end without giving up. And finally, the last creature we will discuss is the runics. Descendant of the trillium, they with their stronger roots, they could now keep themselves even warmer, being able to make the most out of the little energy they got. Thank you all for watching until the end. If you want to help out or see sneak peeks of the next episode, the Discord link will be in the comments and description. But that is all for now. Goodbye. Next time we will talk about the early forests on Glaciae.